Okay, everyone is here together. Today we're going to be talking about complex sentences. So I need for you on your table of contents, on the notes section, you're going to be doing complex sentences. Today is 9/18. Some of you may not have compound sentences, which was the topic last week. That means you were on track 3 or 4, and I didn't force you to put those in. But if you want those notes, I have copies of them, so you can always get them. Those of you who took notes on the video, it's already there. So complex sentences, I'm going to be starting on page 7. You start on your next available sheet. If it's the back of the page, that's okay. And actually, I'm going to put pattern 4. Because that's the pattern we're going to really be focusing on today. Does everyone have this down? All right. On my page of notes, I'm going to draw myself some Cornell notes. I'm going to leave space for my essential questions. And I'm also going to title it Complex Sentences. Pattern number 4. Yes, Micah?
Can I glue my Cornell notes in? Because
From last week?
entry, she gave us some Cornell notes.
That's up to you. If you have Cornell note paper and you want to glue it in, that's up to you. It's your notebook. You can do it however you want. Okay. Our essential question today. What are the subordinating conjunctions? That's C-O-N-J around our room. And then our second essential question is, where does the comma go? We're going to be talking about complex sentences. These are our 2 essential questions. Yes, Micah?
What is the last thing say?
The last question? Where does the comma go?
The last word in the first.
C-O-N-J conjunctions. And in fact, let's talk about these subordinating conjunctions. When we studied compound sentences last week, you guys had coordinating conjunctions, and those were the fanboys: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Those are coordinating conjunctions because they hook up things that are equal. If Ari and I coordinate our outfit today, then we'd both be wearing orange. Okay? We're the same. Or if you coordinate a time to be picked up by your mom, if you both agree to the same time. So a coordinating conjunction joins 2 things that are the same sentences. A subordinating conjunction does something different. So a subordinating conjunction, what do we know about this word sub? Substitute. What else do we know?
Subject.
Micah?
It takes something else's place.
That's what a substitute does.
Subjection.
Subject. What about this idea of a submarine? What does a submarine do?
Go down.
It goes under, right? If I subtract, I'm taking away from one side, right? So sub means under. Or less than. And I really shouldn't say this, but like a substitute teacher, are they the same as your teacher? No. I don't want to say that they're less than, but they're not the same rank, right? And so when we talk about, you should still treat them nicely, but when we talk about substitutes, they're different. If I said, you can bake a cake, but you're going to substitute flour for almond flour, it's not the same, right? So a subordinating conjunction is going to connect two things that are the same or not the same. Not the same. It connects two things that are not equal. In this case, it connects dependent clauses plus independent clauses. And I want you to notice I did leave some room under dependent clauses because I'm going to give a little definition there. Yes, Ari. Feel free to move on up here. There's a space here, or you can come sit on this stool right here. I want you to be able to see. Or you can sit on the floor, even. What do we know about the words dependent and independent? Aoki.
Dependent, it depends on something, like it has to, like, if something else does it, then that has to reflect on it.
Okay, so you're saying it depends on someone else or something else? Yes.
I was also gonna say it depends on something, like, you are consumer and somebody else is the producer.
Okay.
Depend on them to produce the food, one consumer.
So we are consumers. We're depending on someone else to be a producer, like a farmer or a rancher, right? Okay. So if someone is dependent or something is dependent, that means it cannot stand alone, right? You guys are dependent on your parents for a home, for food on the table, for school supplies, things like that. Right? Nobody in here is working 40 hours a week at a job, paying the bills. I hope not. Sometimes that happens, though. I've had kids in the past that have had jobs. All right. So a dependent clause cannot stand alone. So what do you think an independent clause can do? It can stand alone. And what group of words do we know that can stand alone all by themselves? It can stand all by itself. Complete sentences can stand alone, right? A complete sentence, not a compound sentence. A compound sentence is two complete sentences put together, right? So an independent clause is also known as a complete sentence. Right now, I want you to turn and talk to your neighbor. A's work with A's, B's work with B's.